Hey, Eleni.
Hello.
You know, you can teach a horse how to swim, but you can't make it drink. That's it. It's the Redwood Voice cast.
Hello.
As I'm sure you've already expected, I'm Persephone Rose.
And I'm Eleni.
And it's a good day. It's just us today. Gwendolyn is off on monster hunting business. You know how it is. God. You know The Witcher? That was a documentary. And
little known fact, a true documentary.
Gwen has 3 jobs, and one of them on the side happens to be a Witcher. And, you know?
And we love it. We support her.
We love that for her. Sometimes she misses a recording. She'll tell us about all of her grand exploits in the next episode, I'm sure. So how are you doing today, Eleni?
I'm vibing. It's been better.
I understand.
Pretty good day.
We were talking earlier about, because we're homosexuals, and we were just talking constantly before this airing about Mercury being in retrograde, and I'm personally feeling it for better and for worse simultaneously, and I'm vibing in it.
It's usually that kind of thing. That's kind of how Mercury retrograde goes. A lot of it is lesson learning. So if things are happening, it's probably because you didn't learn the lesson the first time.
I didn't know that, but that's some good advice for our listeners. Any Mercury and Gatorade events for you that you want to share on the air?
Oh, goodness. I don't think for me personally anything in Mercury Renegade has happening.
I can't think of any other joke besides Mercury and Gatorade. Nothing else rhymes in my head.
I hear Renegade a lot. Like the TikTok dance.
My mom had a gross boyfriend who called himself Renegade.
Ooh.
Like, shut up, you're 30 and your name is James.
Like the cheesy self-nickname. Ooh.
I mean, he was, we met him originally in Kentucky where I'm from, and he was one of those, the typical shirtless men who, like, that's like a 50% staple of his personality.
His whole personality is just no shirt.
I'm no shirt, and my name is Renegade, and also it's misspelled.
Oh no.
Yeah,
was it like the first graders, like backwards R?
That would be so much better, actually. That would be... It's me, the Renegade, and it's just a child with a knife. This is the kind of quality you can expect on the Redwood Voice cast, just talking trash on people who are...
named Renegade.
And renegades. We don't like renegades. We are here for the capitalistic hierarchy.
So if your name's Renegade, we're coming for you.
This is very fitting with, we got a message on KFUG because of one of our shows that asked, is this the KFUG QAnon hour? Because one of our shows, I won't name it since it's a small town so it could get back, but was talking about like Donald Trump being censored.
Yeah, no.
This is a great time to remind that all of our radio shows are volunteer and that I have nothing to do with them. And usually I'm with you because my residence is also part of the property, and so I have to hear it.
Well, we're claiming this now. We are not associated with the KFUG QAnon.
Oh, you know, it's all volunteers, and unfortunately they found their way here. They wormed their way into the system.
It's fine. It happens. People have different opinions, and sometimes those opinions are wrong.
And speaking of things that are wrong, that was a great segue if I had anything to add.
Speaking of things that are wrong, yes.
Let's talk about things that aren't wrong, like our Redwood Voice projects.
Oh, yes, the Redwood Voice projects.
Which, that's always how we open, and then we get into our funky, fresh talking. It keeps people happy, because then they know we're doing stuff. I can start first with, the Damn Negotiations video was shared by the Youth Media Network of California, which is nice.
Nice.
Thank you very much. Big ups to them. They're a lovely network. They have an official name, I know. But yeah, it's every youth media network that's funded by the California Endowment. They have a little network going on. It's very sweet, and we're hoping to get more active now that we have people to actually do that.
Is it like Kumbaya vibes where we're all just kind of like holding hands in a circle?
They're more chill. They're much more chill. We went actually in February 2020. We traveled to Oakland.
Before the world ended.
The last month before everything changed. And it was a very sweet time. Everyone's very like, it's all the youth they want to be there. It's not one of those things like in the YTA media pathway. We constantly just have kids who came there for the check.
Yeah.
But here, people wanted to be there. People had ideas. I want to see if there's this one kid, I forgot his name, but he was really cool, really friendly, really shy, but he had this great idea for a podcast. I believe he was working with The No in Fresno, but he wanted to do coffee and colonialism.
Ooh.
Where basically you drink a cup of coffee and then the colonialist history of where that got, like, pillaged from and etc.
I love it.
It was a really good idea. I've searched it, but I haven't found anything yet.
Coffee and education. We love it.
Honestly. So yeah, there's that. It's another week of reeling in stories. I've talked about this before, but the phenomena of the media wants to talk to people, but people don't want to talk to the media always.
Yeah.
There are many times you'll be in a conversation with someone who wants to tell you a big, cool story, and they will vanish. But some of those are actually going back underway, so we're hoping to see more from that.
We are.
There's only two other things to really talk about, and Eleni, if you want to talk about the thing you've been mostly piloting.
I'm hopefully gonna be able to get in contact with some people about the discussion of like regaining healthy masculinity, especially in like indigenous tribes, because we all know masculinity can get toxic and bad, and just it's fun stuff. I like it.
Masculinity can go bad?
What?
Eleni.
Has an expiration date and everything.
A Best Buy.
I love it because I like the talk about gender, because I very much am like, gender's a social construct and it's fake.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
I'm a non-binary trans woman. You know where I stand.
Right? It's whatever you want to make it to be.
It's whatever it is. Sometimes you're a forklift operator and sometimes you're the forklift.
And it's fine.
And that's great. So yeah, was I correct in thinking this was like hosted by the Yurok tribe or someone from the tribe?
If I remember correctly, the people who did the panel that I want to contact is Two Feathers. Which isn't a specific tribe. It's a community organization. It's Two Feathers, cool. NAFS, which I've been to their building once. I remember the building when I was in like high school, but that's it.
Oh, cool. So they're a local organization.
Yeah, it's in like Humboldt.
Right.
So yeah, I'm hoping to work on that, but I gotta reach out.
That'd be fantastic.
Keep forgetting to reach out.
Because Eleni actually brought up a good point that I didn't even think about because I missed it. But yeah, minors were involved, and so we gotta do fun paperwork and basically, we gotta be cool and ethical because
we're adults.
We're adults and we want to be.
And we're not gonna mess around and find out.
So hopefully that becomes a story. I would love to hear more about that.
I think it's interesting, and I think it's something that should be like taught about.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if women have to be usually like taught as a rite of passage on the many
ways
threats,
to be feminine, like,
or I was gonna say the many ways to be threatened by like masculinity, having people understand the responsibility of their masculinity is a big thing.
And there's healthy ways to be like super masculine without having all that gross typical masculinity.
There's so many ways, but there's unfortunately a big old bad culture that trickles down into some rough stuff.
Stigmas in pop culture. We love it.
I suppose we'll be looking at that in whatever project you make. I'm very excited to see it. I am
too. I hope it goes well.
And the only other thing kind of in our queue is the recreational therapy D&D with Eleni in the office today. We're going to hopefully get some editing underway, so look forward to that. We unfortunately haven't heard from Hawk Robinson yet. I've not been able to get a hold of him, so bare minimum, we're going to have our talk with John Degler, which was just a very fascinating time, and I think that'll be a fun little thing to get into.
I think it's super neat.
Yeah.
I wish I could like look more into it, because like I scoured through that whole website and like it was cool, but I want to hear from Hawk. I think it'd be cool to hear from him.
I think I'm definitely going to do another email
and be like, yo, I know you're super busy.
After sufficient time has passed, so I'm not looking desperate, just like...
Just every day, like, sir.
There's a very big difference between, like, oh, I'm very interested in doing this project with you, and please please.
Notice me.
I have traveled these cavernous, barren wastes for decades now to speak to you. I need it more than anything I've needed prior. You know, you kind of there's a bit of a balance.
You gotta find the middle ground.
Gotta find the middle ground. And so in terms of Redwood Voice projects, that's about it. We are doing like internal work, fluffing up and like getting things more procedural. We're hoping to add a fourth member of the Redwood Voice crew Friday.
We love her. Well, I love her. I adore her.
I personally don't know her, but I'm hoping I love her too.
She knows you and has only known you and like seen you in public because of Avi.
That sounds about right. Oh my god.
And so she like knows your name and face, but that's it.
Yeah. The only reason I know her is because Avi went to her wedding. And that's about it, but...
we were all in high school together, too.
I knew no one in high school. I was an unknowable thing.
This person was also a band and choir person.
I was an inkblot child. You looked at me and, like, you would see your deepest fear or something, or a butterfly or something.
Tell me, what is this image? Oh, no.
I've actually just... referenced an episode of Dumpster Dive. That was a thing. Lady Inkblot.
Oh my god.
If no one's coming in, maybe I should play that afterwards.
We love it. That just reminded me of lady, I can't say her name, but the vampire lady in Resident Evil.
Oh yeah, the tall lady.
I love her.
Yeah.
Probably a little too much,
We're gay
but
in
it's
this
fine.
House. We love women in this house.
Whammons.
So. Resident Evil confuses me because I don't know what's magic and what's science anymore.
I've actually never played the game, and I had to Google like what it was about because Christina has played my friend Christina. I love her.
I know for sure zombies.
It's kind of just like post-apocalyptic, typical like, oh, there's something coming for you, and it's because of this corporation.
The T virus, which stands for the trans virus.
I was gonna say the testosterone virus.
Oh my god, that's it. It's the unhealthy masculinity testosterone. That's why it's the virus rather than the serum. I don't think it's called a serum.
There's a difference between a regular T dose and then the T virus.
And the T virus is definitely like evil, and it's like inexplicably several colors, but they're all dark. It's what creates
toxic masculinity.
Damn. We live in a society.
We live in a society.
God. So yeah.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, I personally ran out of work stuff to talk about.
Pretty much.
See y'all next week, same time. Hopefully more to talk about. I mean, this time around, we're just getting stuff together. This is kind of just a check-in in the midst of our busyness, so...
Let you know we're still alive.
We'll let you know what happens in the future. That's actually... Yeah, we missed last episode because you and Gwen were both sick of different things, and then I was just, like, in chronic pain of just, like...
Yeah, I went to the snow and got a cold because, head empty, and I dressed more fashionable than warm, but it's fine. I was cute.
It's worth it. Honestly, I feel it. I'll dress cute for like going to Walmart even if it's cold.
I'll dress cute over functionality any day.
Of course, that's the only way to do it, and let that lesson follow you in the days ahead. Voicecast listeners, it sounds like I'm about to start preaching. I'm about to like say a proverb. So go do your day. Do you. Be you. We love you. Mwah.
Mwah.